This is the last week I'll have my hair. After this week, it's gone. And I'm so happy after 3 months. Anyway, good day guys and welcome back to our channel, Nick and Helmi. Hope you had a great week. Today we're going to be showing you some incredible street food and also cheap eats because it's under $10. It's all around 5 kilometers from where we live because that's apparently the rule. And so we're gonna be taking you to spots. There's a spot there that sells really incredible empanadas, Chilean food, and we're gonna take you to Brazilian cafe and then back to Newtown. So if you haven't watched our Newtown video from last week, make sure to watch it right here because it's gonna be another incredible street food journey. During the 3 months lockdown, Helmi's always searching for best street food, so I guess she finally stumbled into one here in Mascot, a small Chilean cafe called Pochito, and they do this empanadas, something that I've never tried before. I've tried like sort of the Filipino version of empanadas, but this is the Chilean one, South American. We've got the chicken and mushroom empanadas. We've also got the garlic prawn and cheese empanadas. Now the good thing about this one is that the empanadas is actually deep fried. And the other one's baked, so there's like 2 different versions. And of course we got a bit of a dessert. I think the caramel biscuit. It's called Alfajores, and Helmi loves this, of course, it's because it's dessert. We haven't really woken up, so we really need some coffee, and I've tried that coffee and they're pretty good, so let's start digging. You know what this feels like? This feels like a cheese pizza, like a garlic cheese pizza. That's kind of like the taste, really. Wow.
It tastes like fried cheese.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's fried. Yeah. So this is deep fried. So as you can see, it's like inside there's like tons of those cheese, melted cheese, a bit of like a chili, and I can see there's spring onion as well. Just beautiful. And then they got a couple of garlic prawn inside as well. So perfect, you know. This thing is just one of them is enough, but sometimes I feel like it's so addictive that we need to get 2, right? So luckily we got another one, but this is really, really damn good.
Normally we will get 2, which is the garlic cheese prawn and also the beef. And the beef is amazing as well. It got the beef mince, onion, egg, some sultana and olive. Is really, really good. But the staff remember me because I actually went here about a few days ago and I want to try the chicken mushroom, but sold out. So today, finally, I got the chicken mushroom. Alright, so this is quite different with what Nick just ate because this one is baked. I guess it's healthier. This is my hand. It's huge. And for $6, it's really filling. And if you never eat empanadas with coffee, oh my god, this is our latest addiction for breakfast. So good. This is really good. Oh my gosh, no!
Oh no, you dropped it.
Oh gosh, look at that. Creamy chicken with onion and the smell. Amazing.
Oh, I can smell the chicken. So good.
Wow, baked to perfection. The chicken is so tender and it's so creamy with some mushroom and onion. Oh my god, this is like a comfort food to the maximum level. And the dough is quite doughy. Obviously it's not crispy because it's baked, but yeah, I love this one though. I love the beef as well, but for me, my favorite is still the deep fried. Everything deep fried is good. This is my pick-me-up this morning. It's called Alfajore. So this looks like a cookie. It's actually like a shortbread. And inside, I'm gonna break it shortly. Inside, it looks like caramel, but it's actually called dulce de leche. Look at this. Alright. Oh my gosh. Do you see that?
That is like seems like it's like tucked into the bottom and between the bottom and the top layer there.
Yeah, this looks like a cookie sandwich. Well, over here it's like the shredded coconut. And look at that. That looks like a shortbread cookie. And in the middle, it looks like a caramel. Now, it's actually not really caramel. It's called dulce de leche, which means like sugar and milk caramelized basically. Whereas caramel is more like sugar and a bit of water. So it's a bit different, but the taste is very similar. Anyway, look at that. This is really fragile. It's a fragile dessert. So the cookie shortbread is so soft, and when you eat it, it just breaks apart in your mouth. It's so brittle, but it's not too sweet, which is really good and very addictive.
Look at your hand.
Oh yeah, very messy.
It's white. All that powder there.
Yeah, but my god, look at this. It's like, look, oh
Ooh,
gosh.
yeah, see that?
See that? It's like fragile dessert, as I mentioned. Really, really good. So the next stop is in Walleye Creek, and it's a Brazilian cafe. Well, honestly, we never tried it, but it looks super good. And then when I check it, oh my god, they have like Brazilian snacks there. Yeah, really want to try. The Brazilian cafe is called Chachi and located in Walleye Creek. And they do have like Brazilian fusion food. But today we are trying the Brazilian snacks. And we got two stuff actually. One is called, this is my favorite, which is the cheese bread. The name is Po de Queijo. Is that right, Nick?
Po de Queijo?
Po de Queijo. I'm sorry if I misspell it, but what I know is that this is really, really good. I didn't know about the cheese bread before until Nick's mom one day made it for me. It's like, oh my gosh. And yeah, she actually bought it frozen from like Woolies or Coles. It's pretty good. But this one obviously is like homemade, so it's like give you extra touch. Anyway, it's like super chewy. Look at that, because they use tapioca. So it's sort of like, you know, the bubble tea kind of texture. And also like mochi as well. Look at that. I love the Brazilian meats, but for me the best is still this cheese bread. It's so good. It's like the texture is seriously like mochi but more chewy. So I just realized apparently there's spider, right Nick?
Yes, I just flicked it just now.
Oh my god. Welcome to Australia, where you can find spider anywhere.
Imagine your boba tea. That's kind of like what you're eating right now. The inside, it's very bouncy. Look at that texture, the bounciness. I love that. So when you eat them, there's a lot of chewing.
Yeah, it takes an effort basically to chew.
Like a pearl, boba pearl, right? Because it's tapioca, right? But then it's infused with a little bit of oil and a little bit of that kind of cheese aftertaste. But the cheese isn't like really strong.
Yeah.
It's just actually just nice and comforting. And then we have this one. This one is deep fried. It's called cocinha, I think.
Cocinha.
I think it's like inside it's like chicken. You know what this reminds me? If you're from Asia, you'll know this is kind of like those kind of street food items that you have. Usually like a fried spring roll. We have something like this, like its texture and a kind of doughy kind of battered as well.
Wow, it's loaded.
It feels like a shredded chicken inside, and then on the outside there's like a bit of like a mashed potato filling inside as well. It feels a little dry though, the chicken.
Yeah, so this is the sauce.
Yeah, I never knew there was a sauce. Thanks for telling me now. I guess this might be one way to actually get that chicken a little bit moist there. Let's dip it in. I have no idea what it is. Smells kind of like tangy. That when you dip it in, it just gives a nice new refreshing flavor. So you got that kind of crispy, oily kind of skin with that mashed potato inside, and then like that shredded chicken, which is, I feel a little bit dry, but when you dip it into that, you add that sweetness to it. It's just beautiful. So from Walleye Creek, we made our way here to Newtown for some more food. This time we're stopping by Komeko. So Komeko, it's like a vegan Japanese cafe. We're actually here for the donut, the sourdough donut that's made out of brown rice. So we've ordered one, but something that kind of catches my eyes is karage. I love karage, right? Vegan karage. So it's teriyaki sauce on top of that. Inside is tofu. And they got some lotus chips as well. It's cooked to order, so it's very fresh. So let's give this a go. It's like the crispiness reminds you of a karage. But when you bite to it, you get kind of that mushiness from the tofu, so you'll know immediately that it's not like chicken. So this particular karage, it's not designed to taste like chicken, but it's supposed to mimic like the idea of a karage. But it's actually nice, because you know this is sort of the healthier fried option we've eaten today. I mean, the teriyaki sauce is perfect. It's literally the crispiness, the crunchiness, the initial texture. It's kind of like a karage. After a couple of bites, you know that's like it's tofu, because you can feel that kind of mushiness from a tofu. Something that you can't go wrong is the lotus chips. It's always gonna be lotus chips.
Now this is not your ordinary donut, because this is actually vegan donut and made from sourdough. So the name is sourdough nuts. It's very, very smart, right?
And the sourdough is made out of brown rice.
Yes, and it's made from brown rice. And you can basically choose a lot of flavor like mocha, matcha, azuki. But we look at this and it looks super pretty. That's why we ordered this one. So this is the raspberry. As you can see, it's freshly deep fried and with some sugar as well. And on top, I think this is like I don't know, cream. And then I tasted a bit. It's like the raspberry cream, and on top, of course, the raspberry. All right. So the cream is actually also inside as well. So it tastes like raspberry, very subtle. It's not sweet at all. But the donut is like, it's like chewy, like mochi, you know. And I thought it's gonna be like super oily because they just, you know, freshly deep fry it. But it's actually not that oily. This is really good. I mean, I can eat this like more than one. This is really nice. Oh my god!
Whoa! That cream inside, it's a full-on raspberry flavor. Very subtle, but it's warm. I love it actually. And again, as Helmi was saying, it's very chewy. The brown rice sourdough. It's actually nice and chewy. Actually really nice. If you look closely there, you can see some bits of the rice coming out there as well. Like on the left section right there, you can see that, Helmi?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really nice because the way they deep fry it, you got that sort of better outside, but the inside, it keeps the rice kind of moist and kind of chewy as well. Almost a bit like an al dente kind of fried rice, right?
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
This is like a chewy donut, and I mean it's vegan, so it's really good. You know what? Today we actually didn't eat much. It's only snacks and everything is like under $10, but we are super full. Right, Nick? Oh my god. And it's quite hot today. That's why we got the mixed berry smoothie to just wake us up. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And don't forget to subscribe, because next week is the most exciting part. After 3.5 months, we can have haircuts, we can dine in, we can travel again. So stay tuned and see you next week.